Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, the channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Man, I'm frustrated. I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. I'm stressed. Life is coming at me like a damn sledgehammer. I mean, there's something happening every 4 seconds. You could deal with something big, because that's one thing you're dealing with. But you're dealing with these small little instances that's happening all over the place in your life and the lives of people that you love, like, your significant other, your kids. And you're trying to put out these fires as fast as you can, but it's like it's leaving a toll on you mentally. It's like, what do I supposed to do? How do I fix this? And you thinking, man, we need help here. And I'm serious, man. Where is, the stimulus package, man? Where is help? We need help. And I'm serious. This country, everybody here needs something, man. We need stimulate the economy. Give us 1,000, 2,000. But to be honest, you need to give people like $5,000 to get them out of the hole. Because shit, people are living paycheck to paycheck. They're living off their damn credit cards because they no longer have jobs. They're paying their bills with their credit card. And people say that's so irresponsible. But if you ain't got no job and you done applied for 100 damn jobs and nobody calling, you got to do what you got to do. And see, that's the thing that people don't understand. I understand irresponsibility. But you're maxing out credit cards because you need to eat, you need to feed your children, you need to clothe your children, you need to get them from point A to B. Shit is real out here, man. Not everybody out here who going through something is irresponsible. They're responsible. The thing is, when you get sick, you get these medical bills that they force on you. Sometimes they're talking about garnishing your pay and shit like that. And you sitting there scared and all of this. You agreed to pay this shit, even though your insurance covered some, but, they left you with the biggest bill possible. And you sitting here thinking to yourself, this ain't fair. Bruh, I'm going to tell you, life ain't fair. It never have been fair. And it's just like everybody just coming to that conclusion now. They starting to realize that, oh, he may have a point. We're going through a quiet recession. It's not talked about on the news. It's not talked about in print. It's not talked about anywhere where it could scare you. You could kind of tell when you start seeing the used car market flop. When you start seeing car dealerships where people are backing away from getting cars right now. Where a lot of people are saying, I'm going to catch the bus. I'm going to save that money. When you hear people talking about, I don't want to buy a home. When you see all of this real estate that's just sitting there. I told you about the 50-year mortgage. This is the way that they could try to get you into these homes. Because before, they made sure you didn't qualify, but now they like, we got too much property just sitting there. All of these equity firms bought into, and now they're sitting there looking crazy. Yeah, this is the shit that you're dealing with. You're dealing with a country that allegedly has 300 and what? 30 million? We'll just say 350 million people. Allegedly. There's not 350 million people in this country. People are dying at an exponential rate. There's not people being born fast enough. The population of this country is going down. This is why they open the borders. Because they're trying to get people to come in and do them damn jobs that nobody here wants to do. And you know what? I don't know if that's good or bad. I know right now that, I'm just tired of all of it. I'm tired of them talking about they want to draft people now. They want to draft women and kids into the damn army. You heard what I just said, women and kids. You need to really pay attention, look this shit up, and start reading. Because, see, that's the thing. Nobody believes shit until it happens. Nobody, oh, I didn't see that coming. Oh, I seen that coming. I told you it was coming. You just got to pay attention. A lot of us don't like to look at it or, you know, make it, you know, because if we see it and we address the issue, it's real now. It was real a long time ago, man. A lot of people are going through something right now. You know, to bury somebody is so damn much. I remember cremation was the way. You know, cremation was like between $1,000 and $3,000 to cremate somebody. And, you know, a lot of people was opting for cremation because, you know, to bury somebody is too damn much. 10 grand, 10 to, be honest, 10 to 20 grand. Then they started raising the price for cremation, saying, oh, that wasn't enough because, you know, what we got to think about, you know, see, that's what I'm talking about. Too much. People are tired. They're frustrated. They're angry. You know, they're looking at it like, you know, our food is killing us. Our water is killing us. Our air is killing us, man. We're sitting here ticking time bombs. They gave us vaccinations for shit that we had no clue we were getting. You know, like I said, they tell you something is for one thing and it's nothing for that at all. And like I said, they're firing nurses now. They're firing teachers. It seems like they're getting rid of jobs that are done by women. Why? Why don't this country like women? What is going on? Why is there a war on women? I've been wondering that for the longest. It's been a war against women, and shit has been going on, man. Not every woman is bad, and not every guy is good, man. You know, you got your good and bad. We're going through something in this country, and we're blaming the wrong damn people. We're so busy being pitted against each other, man, that we fail to realize that the rich promise to, you know, if we lowered their taxes, create jobs. So we lowered their taxes and they didn't create jobs. Now people mad because they said, wait, hold on. We got to give them a minute. We give them a minute, shit get worse. It's getting worse. You know, to live in Chicago, man, and like I tell you, it's crazy. It's just like what I do here is just try to tell you, you need to be paying attention. Man, the stuff that we are going through is crazy. They're trying to transition us from thinking. They're dumbing us down. They're taking education to a point where it's just not even serious anymore. They're removing history from the books. They're removing laws. You know, they're really fucking us over. These kids are so dumbed down right now that it just looks ridiculous. Think about it. Your kids at this point in time, they're not being taught math properly. They're not even really taught how to write in cursive or to basically read. Like I tell you, there have been prime examples where people graduated college in the valedictorian and cannot read. They were just passing people and still is. You know, before it used to be failed. If you didn't meet qualifications to go on to the next grade, they failed you. Now, they're just letting you pass. That ain't how life works. Now, you know, you realize that your whole life you were put into debt. Your car loans, your mortgages, your student loans, your credit cards, all this stuff is nothing but debt. They tell you that the credit score is something that's for your benefit. No, it's not. The credit score is there to keep you spending. Your credit score is good as long as you're spending. The minute you stop spending, you pay off your shit, you start realizing something is off. This whole system was never meant for you to be out of debt. It's meant for you to stay in debt. You born into debt, at least damn near $100,000, you know, for birth. You die in debt. Hell, hospital costs, funeral costs, bro. You see what I mean? All this shit here is to teach you one thing. You got to break this cycle. You need to come up with something that's going to get you where you need to be. Each person that I see winning, man, I'm happy for. Even if it ain't me. I can't be mad at you for doing what you need to do. This is why I tell you, create your own lane. Find something it is that you do. I recommend shit to people who I see doing stuff. I had this physical therapist person, and he told me he had a child with, autism, and he does physical therapy. And I said, hell, you could create something, but there's so many people out here that's doing physical therapy on YouTube and this and that. But I said, hey, you could put a spin on it. It could be you and your son who has autism or Down syndrome or whatever. I'm not saying this child had any of that, but I'm saying if you got a child with a disability, use that to your advantage, bro. I'm like, right now, it's about winning. It's not about, you ain't out here, parading your son around, selling them or anything like that. What you trying to do is put food on the table for you and your family. See, people don't look at it like that. They look at it like you trying to do extra shit, bro. They ain't extra. When you trying to live, being alive is costing, bro. It's a situation where you sit back and you just wonder to yourself, are you doing everything the right way? Are you, being the right person that you're supposed to be? Are you tired? Are you frustrated? Are you angry? Are you mad? Dude, I have been mad, angry, frustrated. Man, it's like life has been on expert mode lately. It's not on easy, medium, hard, extra hard. Dude, this shit is on expert mode. I mean, damn. I told you them credit cards were whooping my ass. I was in debt like a mug. Man, it was just like shit going on. And people like, see all that stuff around you. See, you should stop bad on. That shit ain't bought on credit cards. I told you before, when rainy days hit, it ain't credit cards that, the toys ain't rainy day funds, bro. I mean, these are not the things that my cards get charged for. My cards get charged for rainy day shit. Shit that, your rainy day funds can't cover. And see, that's the thing with people. People talk like rainy day funds are like this crazy amount. You should have at least $100,000 saved in for rainy days. And I'm like, the hell do you supposed to get that money from? I'm sitting there thinking, because I was asking them, I said, how are you getting this money? Maybe you can let me know, because they're giving away free money. Maybe I could get this free money. And he was like, what free money you talking about? You talking about everybody should have $100,000 saved. Where the fuck you get that idea from? If you're not making $100,000, how should you have it saved? The average person makes enough to pay their damn bills, bro. That's real talk. The average person makes enough to pay their damn bills. That's it. There's not a lot of extra. Why you think people are living off credit? Because that's the only way. They ban their damn DoorDash on credit. Hell, because they like, shit, I at least want one treat. Like, you done worked your ass off this week. You so damn tired. You walking home, man, you could barely make it up the damn stairs to your damn apartment or house. And you just sitting there in the damn doorway, just laying on the damn floor because you tired. But all of a sudden now, it's like you wrong for just wanting to treat yourself. You should treat your damn self. Not everything should be you just spending and spending and spending. And I had so many people tell me, man, I expect more out of you, man, because, you be trying to preach this stuff, man, and I'm looking at, this is what you should be doing. This is what you be, sorry, tell the young people. But I'm going to tell you, it's hard to tell people anything that don't want to listen. And that shit there, that always gets me. It's like every time, it's always when I do these videos, dude, I ain't gonna lie to you. Damn ambulance pulled up right in front of the house with his siren on and just stayed there for 5 damn minutes. I said, what the hell? I said, is this somebody here? And I'm looking out, he just got the damn siren on, eating his sandwich. I said, boy, this some bullshit for real. But let me stop. Man, everybody going through something. And I don't want you to think it's some common, some weird occurrence that happened that people got problems. People got problems. People don't know how to deal with their problems. People got special need children and the funding to help them deal with their special need children. They stopped that. And now all of a sudden you sitting there trying to figure out how you going to deal with all this shit. They try to take special education out of schools, man, whereas, they don't teach special ed kids. I'm like, damn. Like, like Every damn thing, bro. They just trying to change it all. Pretty soon, it's just gonna be something different. Cause man, if you can't feel that something is wrong with this world, man, it shifted in 2000. The world actually shifted in 2000. It was something different that happened in 2000. I don't know what it is. I know they were talking about Y2K and all that, but motherfucker, we ain't even in year 2000 yet. Shit, what are we in, like, what, 1500 or something? Dude, the Dark Ages telling you about the dark, man, it skipped centuries, bro. Come on, man. Hold on. Well, put it like this. They skipped so much, man. I'm just trying to figure out how all this shit happens, man. I don't know. The quiet recession is a real thing. People are quiet for a reason, man. I feel right now you can't really talk to anybody about it because people won't believe you. They believe everything that come out your mouth is a lie. You just promoting propaganda. You know, you have no reason for feeling angry, man. Your jobs are not paying you enough. Even if you're going out here finding a whole nother job, they're trying to make it impossible for you to leave the job you at now. Whereas you can't get 2 weeks, and they're trying to fire you. As soon as you get 2 weeks, they terminate you. Oh, you might try to take customers with you. Bro, I'm just trying to leave. That's all. Then when you terminate me, you want me to give you certain information. Motherfucker, I don't work there no more. I don't got to give you a damn thing anymore. You see where I'm going? This is why I say you got to make sure what you say makes sense because people listen to your ass. And they tell people they antisocial. You ain't antisocial. You anti-bullshit. I look at this whole country. I look at the elections. I look at the candidates. You got millionaires and billionaires running for office. You got corporations running politicians. You got, people out here at Planned Parenthood doing crazy shit. You got people out here eating humans. It's crazy as hell. Dude, I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, what the hell is really going on? How long is this going to take? I said one thing to people a while back. I said, man, with all these people on this planet, every animal should be extinct back now. You get what I mean? Every animal. All cows, all pigs, all chickens should be extinct. The amount of chicken, the amount of beef, allegedly, the amount of pork that we eat in a day. If McDonald's makes 6.5 million burgers a day, where the hell is all that meat coming from? And people like, they got big farms. Have you ever seen a big farm? I haven't seen one. Haven't seen one outside the country nowhere. I barely ever see cows anymore. I barely ever see horses. I barely ever see any damn thing in groves. And I'm just being honest. Just think about that. This country is full of shit, and it always has. Creating lab-created meat, it's just wow. I just want you to pay attention to everything, man. Life is something. One of the biggest resources we got on the planet is humans. We die at alarming rates. We go missing in alarming rates. Think about it. Solving Green ain't that far off. And people are like, oh no, they bioengineering, meat and stuff. They got cows with 12 legs. They real big. They the size of a room. So if you cut them open, you can get all. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. So where's they housing all this shit at? They not. I remember these giant pig farms they used to have. They don't even have those no more. I remember these giant beef plants, as far as cows and stuff. They don't have those no more. I want you to think everything that we taught is a lie. Read your books. They lied. Dude, they use religion as a way to control you. I'm like, I had to ask this one question that actually made sense. If Jesus was hung on a cross, Why are you wearing it around your neck? What is that a sign of? Are we respecting him or are we... What is that? See, that's the thing that I don't understand. Religion, it subjugates, it takes away ownership. When I say ownership of yourself, it's like you become some sort of hive member. Too much of anything is never good. And that's what I wanted to make sure I say here. I want to make sure you understand when you look at everything, all this shit is done on purpose. All of these people going missing, it's not a coincidence. During Halloween, the homeless people said they had dogs. They said they huddled up in groups. They said vans were coming around to offer them places, to stay, to wash their clothes, to, take a shower. Bruh, really? Where were these people at all year long? But around Halloween, you coming? Oh yeah, you're about to sacrifice a whole bunch of people, bruh. This is why I say you gotta really be careful. A lot of our most vulnerable people, man, people who are just had, bad way of lives or just came out of a tumultuous relationship or someone died that we love, we are susceptible to joining cults and shit like that and being led by malicious people, bro. This is why I say sometimes you got to step back sometimes, and when you need to heal, you need to heal. I know this video went in a whole different way than you thought it was going to go, but it's the same video that I've been preaching for the longest. Know what shit is coming from. They tell you that, our water comes from glaciers. It just comes from glaciers. Bruh, if your water came from a glacier, your ass be dead right now. Do you know what's trapped inside of glaciers? Bacteria. Bacteria. Most of these damn glaciers were formed during the ice age. So your body got shit that's coming into it that it never had contact with, that it can't fight against. Bro, come on. Make it make sense. This is why I tell you, pay attention. The damn oceans are receding. They're dropping. Where's that water going? Ask yourself all these damn questions. Towards the end of this video, I thought I wouldn't go here, but ask yourself, where's all this shit going? We have this never-ending supply of meat, but we don't see these big-ass farms nowhere. We got this never-ending supply of water, but, shit is happening. Floods are happening everywhere. Rain, torrential rain coming is just falling down. Shit is real, bro. But till later, thank you for watching. If you got anything out of this video, just know you need to actually read, pay attention, and look shit up. These people will never tell you what's happening. But till later, peace out.